Please welcome Washington, Lesley, and Judy Ho. Judy is the 40-year-old reliable, responsible one, as she's described, but also disappointing her parents with her recent divorce. Washington is 39-year-old former playboy and partier who's trying to prove he is ready to take over the family business. And Lesley is Washington's 35-year-old independent, outspoken, down-to-earth wife who juggles being the mother of their two children with her career as a pharmacist. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Washington, I've got to start off with you. When you say that you're inspired by the movie Crazy Rich Asians, help me understand. I love the movie, by the way. I love that you're Texans like myself. But how close is your life to the movie?
I would say, there's five main male characters, and I probably lived a little bit of each life. The guy that parties and has the long hair reminds my wife of the guy she met. But the main character marrying a girl who he's in love with, who he cherishes, who comes from a different type of family.
Yeah.
Someone who he would stand up for is my wife, and that's where I find the most inspiration.
I think the love story part is sweet, but listen, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people see the house, the Rolls Royce, the diamonds, and the riches, and they wonder. That is nice that the love story does exist, and I'm happy for you. But, Judy, I see you smiling. You know that a big part of the appeal of this show and the movie was the opulence. Is that how you really live?
We don't live like that on a day-to-day life. I'm still driving carpool and taking my kids to their activities, but we get to enjoy the perks of, the fruits of my parents' labor. And that's probably once a month that we get to enjoy vacations and trips like that as portrayed on the show.
Lesley, you've been married. You married into this family. What did you think of them when you first met them, especially based on what we're seeing on the show, how they live?
It was different from how I was growing up. So it was, I was in awe. I was, blinded with all the lights and all the flashiness as well. But deep down, I fell in love with this family. When you marry Washington, you marry Judy, you marry his parents, Aunt Tina, they come with the whole package. So deep down, it really is a story of family, and that's what I fell in love with.
Is it true that Anthony Anderson crashed your wedding?
Yes, it is true. Anthony Anderson, we got married October 2015, and there was a torrential rain that day. And, Anthony Anderson is one of my favorites, Malibu's Most Wanted. I always got compared to Jamie Kennedy when I was younger, the Asian Jamie Kennedy. And I went up to him and I said, "Yo, Anthony Anderson, do me a favor." And he's like, "What?" I go, "I'm Washington Ho. I need you to come and make everyone laugh because my wedding, it's like Asian. It's so like quiet and tame. I need some crazy." And he was like, "What's your name?" I said, "Washington Ho." He goes, "Who's your wife?" I said, "Right here." And Lesley, finish the story.
He said that Washington was the luckiest guy on the planet to be married to me. So we invited him in, and he was a guest at our wedding.
And he gave you some advice, Washington, when you were considering this show. What advice did he give you?
Yeah, we have the same birthday, so every year on Facebook, he'll wish me a happy birthday. And he told me that opportunities like this don't come all the time, and that I should really, use this to try to help other people by sharing our story. He said that, my family, starting out with Lesley and our age with the kids, it could be a very good way for me to open up doors for other Asian artists that want to be in Hollywood or be in that industry, and that he had been in the industry for 22 years, and that's why he did it. So he's been a friend of mine, and every time I feel like I just want to give up, he's like, "Hey, look, I told you, it's a roller coaster ride. Just keep your feet and arms in. It's going to be fun," but he's always available to help me and give me some love when I need it.